Good morning to everyone and welcome to Paragon in the parish of Christchurch. And this is just to the east of Long Beach. I would say north of east of Long Beach. This is a secret hiding spot for those fishermen that love to fish out here and don't like to tell even their best friends about it. But I'm going to let you see it today for sure. You can see it is well used, have their bench, have everything here ready for a long day of fishing and tons of PVC tubing all over the place in all these strategic areas. Just to let you see what the water is looking like up here this morning. As you can see, the visibility is really good. It's a little bit murky, but as you can appreciate, it's off of the cliff. So right now it's coming into low tide. So it would start to stir up sand a little bit more here as the water becomes shallower and shallower. The unfortunate news is that we have more sargassum on the way. Fairly heavy floats here coming down again towards the south coast. I don't know if it's a get around or if it'll stick up on Long Beach itself, but yeah, it's pretty heavy. It's closer in than it was yesterday. It was in the outside currents and I'm seeing it closer in today. So I'm not sure if it'll come back down to the south. So anyhow, it's a beautiful, beautiful day and it's an amazing location that we're in. We're in, as I said before, Paragon in Christchurch. This is just below the Defence Force and the airport itself. We actually haven't got below the airport. We're just well, we are, but the airport is more like just to the north of where we are. And that is where the actual main runway would be. Here we're at the beginning of it, of course, because as you know, runway is pretty long. Anyhow, we're just directly below the Defence Force. We're going to start today on this cliff here, and we're going to work our way towards Long Beach itself, and we're going to come down the extreme end of Long Beach. That is on the northern side where there used to be a road that used to go down there because some fishermen used to use down there as well with their boats that you see in that area. Anyhow, as you can see, it is a beautiful, beautiful day in Barbados. And just so you know, I captured your sounds for you off of the cliff this morning. They're not as violent a hit as normal because obviously it's very, very calm today. But it is a beautiful scenery and some lovely, quiet, serenading sounds. Okay, let's get somewhere really beautiful. We're just going to work our way around a little bit further on this same ledge here. And then we'll start working our way up so we can enjoy a little more of the beauty this morning. A few goat tracks and stuff out here. But as you know, I'm in training. So Ren is not in leave me behind too often. He could do it quite easily, but he's a gentleman, so he stays with me and keeps me going. I don't let him hold my hand though, just to let you know, if I'm going to fall, I'm going to do so with honor. So here we go. I'm a mountaineer, so I don't like to let anybody help me too much. I'd rather go down with dignity than to tell someone to help me. If I think I'm going to fall or I'm not able, stay away from that area for sure. As you can see, I just came up that incline there without breathing hard. No, I'm not holding my breath. All right, it's just a beautiful spot here, I think. We're going to start our serenity prayer from right here. So, sun is coming up. I think it's a beautiful morning for that. Okay, let's go. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. As I said before, we're in a beautiful area. All right, that secret spot just below that cliff. A real nice spot actually, because even if it's raining, unless there's a wind coming in from the south, you would be relatively dry. So you could hang out there for the day for sure. You would have seen that I had a video up of the hidden cave. That is just a cove over. We will do that another time, but this is a good portion of it here. We're not going to maybe have as long a video as we've had in the past few days, but it's going to be a beautiful one of nature. Just lovely. This morning the birds were just beautiful. I was, you know, I had to get a little closer to the foliage and stuff to get them. But I've seen quite a few monkeys out here. Not this morning, but when I was exploring over the weekend. Remember, a lot of these places I have not been for a very, very long time. Have been to them, but not for a long time. So I got to thank God for letting me come back to the beautiful side of Barbados. And also for giving me the vision and the strength that I'm able to come out here and bring this for you as well. All right, I'm going to keep quiet, walk for a second, just give you a last glimpse of the sunrise before we face that direction and go on. And then we will listen to the nature around us. So let's go as we walk. Just stunning scenery out here. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You can see the war wagon is parked in clear visibility, that's for sure. I wasn't too sure if we were actually going to be able to come out here and do this cliff, but I decided, yeah, we're going to do it this morning. It feels good. I don't feel uncomfortable in any way. I feel actually very comfortable right now. We're going to get closer to the cliff, don't worry. We're just sort of like skirting along it, trying to get over the very, very rough sections, but we will be going back closer to the cliff in a minute. The sounds of nature. Just so you know, it would be possibly makeable in a car. Again, I would be very careful of how you're doing it unless you're aware of the road. But you can drive from where the old Long Beach Resort used to be, along tracks to go right under this ridge, right up to Ocean City and St. Philip. And that's where you will stop. That's all along the Gemswick area. Just a beautiful, beautiful cliff area. Very natural, very, very beautiful. Alright, we're going to try and skirt as close as we can to the cliff now so you can enjoy some scenery. Just, yes, I am going to be very careful. I know I'm going to hear that from a lot of people. So I am being very wary of what I'm doing. But I need to bring you this beauty. The only way I can do it is come a little closer to the edge. Now out here is a little bit muddy today. Therefore, even with the hikers on and on this coral, it is slippery. So we exercise a little more caution today. Anybody who watches me from the distance will see me leaning at a 45-degree angle. That's just to make sure I stay away from this drop off. You know, we promised to bring you Barbados coastline, not to bring you only selected parts of Barbados coastline. So I'm going to have to return back up to the area between Palmetto Bay and I would definitely say Coles Road, and do that at some stage again. I did some photos up there and the response to them seems to be wonderful. So I may return to that section depending on how we go and how timing goes and stuff and conditions. I mean, right now the winds are light. It is perfect to cover this area here that we're on right now. Don't worry, we're going to be looking back in a minute because the beauty definitely lays behind us this morning, but I didn't really want to walk into the sun. Just beautiful, beautiful, natural Barbados. Now, I don't know how many of you have seen Long Beach from this side, but we obviously can get better views of it a little further on, but that gives you a glimpse of it. That is Long Beach, just above Chancery Lane, where we covered on Sunday, where we did a little live broadcast from out there. Not a daybreak, but a live broadcast. I am definitely going to return to the swamp and do a video and broadcast from there early on the morning, because I'm really interested in hearing the wildlife out there come alive on the morning and wake up. So that's something we can look forward to in the future as well. The video I did this morning with the sound is looking at this cliff in the opposite direction. I was out on the point there itself, just above that little small beach. Just beautiful. We're going to make our way on. We're not doing an actual 360 here. I just want to show you how beautiful this little cove is. No one on the cliff. Well, there was one gentleman that was walking around out on the point a little earlier. Well, as we were above coming down, you would have seen him in the video. Otherwise, no one out here at all. Very quiet, very secluded area. But it feels great right now. I don't feel any way about it at all. I'm feeling very comfortable out here right now. I did have apprehensions about it when I came up here. But each time I've come, it's felt more peaceful and more relaxed. So thought we would try it today for sure. Just gorgeous cliff line. Now that big point there I was standing on has a major crack somewhere in it. So I don't know if it'll end up something like these rocks in the future. But again, when we say future, we're not talking about a year or two or 10 years, 20 years. We're talking about a long time from now. But the future is still the future. Now you can see you can make your way down to this beach if you so desired. But just remember, if you are climbing on stuff, like you'll see there that green leafy product. Remember, we've shown you that before. If you break that, you will see it's very pulpy. So it's very much like a banana skin. So you're very careful when you're walking on those kind of things, especially when they're on coral. But the coral is not going to give, and therefore it's going to slide on you very easily. Yes, we are going down here. This is the trap we will be taking. Just going to exercise some caution because I do have some mud on my boots and I don't really want to go down this morning. So just bear with me as we do this gently. Got some new hikers, folks. My angel sent me down a new pair. Look lovely. Not going to dirty them up though. They're too pretty to dirty up. So we can continue with these for now until these wear out, and then we will come up with those. Just too beautiful to dirty. Alright, just so you will see what we talked about just now. These leafy things here, which is like a moss that grows on this side of the island, or I'm not sure exactly what it is. As you can see, it's very pulpy on the inside. So if you step on this here when you're walking and stuff, you will definitely go down, especially on coral. It will slide you, so just be wary of that, please. Again, we are not worrying, frightening you or anything. We're just making you aware of what we observe, or what I observe as I go around the island. What I have experienced, which is the slippage, definitely. So just making you aware of that. War wagon all ready to roll again. Alright, there are some markers along this cliff that will tell you that when the red flag's flying, there will be live ammo being fired along this cliff, because this is just below the shooting range. So if you ever come up here and you see a red flag, please do not proceed. And also just read the signage if you see any on the cliff itself. Just warns you to be cautious and things. So I'd like you to do that for me, please. I'm going to take you out here and do a 360 on this point. Oh man, it's going to take in part of the war wagon. It's not really important. We'll flash through that quickly. But I want you to see this point where we were this morning. This is the scenery that we saw this morning as the sun was rising in that sound video. I've been having a lot of problems in getting up the videos onto YouTube. It's been very, very slow and very sluggish. I am working on that. I'm going to downsize the file sizes a little bit in some cases, just so it's a little easier to get it up, because some people have been asking to get up the lives and stuff earlier. But we'll see how that goes. Don't want to lose the quality that we have. But this is where this morning we were set up, viewing this here with the sound. So if you want something to put you to sleep later on this evening, this will be up. Also, we put up the one from yesterday at Folkestone Park. It's a beautiful sound video. Please check that out later on. That's on YouTube. It won't be carried on Facebook. So let's get out to the furthest point here. Now this is the kind of crap that I was telling you about in this rock. I guess this is where it all starts. It is right through from point to point, and it's in one piece, as you can see it start. Just a small piece, and just below here there, as you will see, there are ones that were like this before that have dropped off into the sea itself. So we just have to be wary. This is not just move like that. Something very strange would have to move it. However, who knows? Nature is not something we control, and if we try to control it, we've already seen the damage that we create. Alright, so I'm going to take you right out here and give you a stunning 360. So here we go. We're going to try that anyhow, and we're going to try to do it silently. Here we go. First of all, before I go, let me get rid of what you have to say. Look at that. Say it. Say the word. Stunning sunrise. Just beautiful. Look at the golds on the water. The golds in the sky. Promises of a new day. Just remarkable scenery up here. Very, very few people actually see up here. And here we go. You all hear that noise? That was me patting me on my back for being quiet on that 360. I give myself a backpacking every so often. So here we go. We're going to make our way down now to the Long Beach section. We're going to try and stay as close to the cliff as we can, but there is a lot of growth coming up that we have to veer off of the cliff a little bit. But we're still going to keep the beautiful scenery as much as we possibly can. Just stunning sceneries along here. I was up here like 3 or 4 weekends in a row scanning the cliffs because there are hidden treasures all along here. You know, you really have to get out and look around. If you just drive across here, you're going to see the ocean and you're not going to see anything. You need to get out and look at the actual cliff structures in this area. I mean, there are ledges all over here where people will fish from, where people will climb down to fish from the vantage points. Just beautiful day in Barbados. Okay, and just to give you a little bit of what the sky is looking like this morning, let me do that for you. Just amazing blue skies. All right, now the other day, just to give you a kind of pointers of where we were and what we've done. All right, where those folks are walking right now, you will see directly behind them there's a coral cliff. Now that is where the Long Beach Club was located. They still have the old remnants of the swimming pool there and stuff. You can drive to that very easily, and then there's some very easy steps going down. Just be wary on them because they're old, and you know, just be careful. So take your time in anything you do. All right, just beyond that, we will see, like in the center of the screen right now, you will see 3 or 4 coconut trees together. That is where you get to the swamp. That's where we did our second part of our live video the other day. And then halfway down the beach, can't zoom in on it because you'll just lose all the quality. You'll see a big grove of coconut trees, and that is where we actually started that video from that day. And then the very end of Long Beach itself. As you'll see a lot of people that walk on this beach as well. I know for sure my friend Brian Talma, he runs up and down here in the morning. Good morning, Brian. I know you watch these videos. Bless you, my friend. Take care. Have a great day. Just stunning scenery. There is a kite board club that operates from just directly behind those people, slightly to the left of those people, where you see the 3 coconut trees again. That is where the kite surfing club, or that kite boarding club, will operate from, and they do a lot of trash collection. So let me kudos to them. I do not know who they are, and I'm not even sure the gentleman's name, but I saw him and his daughter running some dogs on the beach the other day, and they collected quite a few large containers of garbage, and he says he does that quite often. So kudos to them for their proactive contribution to the eco environment. All right, now the ways to get here, I did mention you could drive in from the Long Beach Club. That's one way. Or when you're coming up past the airport or on the inside the airport runway and stuff, you'll come to a playing field. When you come to that playing field, just after it, there's a right turn. Just as you're driving along that, the road looks a little bit rough and then it does break away. I would not recommend a car on that route because the rocks are a little bit loose, and coming down may not be a problem, but getting back up there would be a problem for sure in a car. And you may ground off depending on the type of car, so you be careful. Once again, we did talk about the live firing, where the red flags would be shown. We can do a little more walking, folks. Now, every day is not going to be filled with glamour and beauty and glory. Lots of days we're going to take in stuff like this, which is nature. That is the only way that I can effectively keep my promise to you all, to show you all of the coastline of Barbados. We're going to have some days where they're going to have highlights, and then there's some days they're just going to be not as wonderful, but they're still going to be beautiful because we're in Barbados, 1, and 2 is we already know Barbados is a gorgeous place. Didn't want to use the word again, so we're going to keep that one for a little bit. Views of Long Beach one more time in its entirety. Now this beach here, many times, is without any sargassum whatsoever. This year we're seeing some very late sargassum. So I'm hoping that will clear up in the near future, that I'll be able to bring you back here and show you what this looks like without any of it on it. You will always find some, how to use the term, garbage or litter, because it is here that everything floats in from. Anyone that throws off anything in the St. Philip area comes around here. And also, as you can appreciate, any boats in mid-Atlantic and stuff that dump out, you will find that coming in on the east, which is the Bashba Cattle Wash area in here. All right, as we're going right into the growth now, I'm going to keep quiet, let you enjoy some of the nature sounds. Okay, you see the kind of tracks that you can drive on. As I said, you can make it in a car. Do not, please, 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 do not come out here when it's been raining, because this is just a very light film of mud on top of rock. And there are some areas, there are pockets where the mud is deeper, and you will most definitely stick up, so you be careful. As you can see, conditions today are definitely easy to swim. You could swim here at Long Beach quite comfortably today. We are not going to do that because I have on my hiking shoes, and I don't feel like taking them off and then having to walk up this pasture without shoes on. So we're going to miss the swim today, but we did it 2 days in a row, had double swims and stuff, so we've had our share of water for a little bit. Now, I hope I'm not jumping the gun, but myself and Ryan, hopefully, or Ryan and myself, because he's the one who selects the different hiking areas and decides which way we go, etc. Have plans to do a hike tomorrow. If that is, I hope I'm not getting ahead of myself. I have not even checked his schedule, and here am I dictating what's going to happen. But I am pretty sure that he can either make it tomorrow or Saturday, because we have been discussing it. It's going to be a nice route. I will put it up so you can see. There'll be a lot more nature and stuff. Will be some scenery, but it'll be more inland than we did last time. Alright, this is the descent that you used to be able to drive down at one time to the beach. It is now just a walking track. Saw a lot of monkeys here on Sunday as I came up here. Just playing all over. Had a lot of babies with them as well. Alright, you got to be careful on this type of grass. Again, remember that any mud in your boots and stuff will fill your tracks, and therefore, you know, you will slip. So just be wary when you're coming on these kind of walkways, especially when it's wet as it is, and especially after you've walked across mud as we did. I don't know if any of you all even knew there was an entrance to Long Beach from here, but as you have seen it now, yes it is. It looks as though a 4x4 could still do it. I could probably bring the beast down here, but there's no necessity for that, because as you can see, it's just a little walkway down, and there are many other ways I can get to this beach without having to come down this kind of incline. It's not what the war wagon can do, it's what I'm willing to put it through, is really where it goes. Have to remember it's a war wagon, but it's our mode of transportation. And my angel, well, that is her chariot. As soon as she comes back, she'll be whiffing it all around Barbados roads. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Barbados. Now, we did this beach the other day from down below. It doesn't even look like the same place. Not when you come here and look at these cliffs close up. We talked about these, but we're actually going to be seeing them right now. Just beautiful. Don't mind the sarcasm. We have on our sarcasm filters, so we're not going to mention that again after this second. Here we go. So this white, beautiful sandy beach, unblemished and pristine, is what we call Long Beach. Now out here is beautiful. The ecosystem out here with the swamp is amazing. I will most definitely return there, because I myself am real keen on hearing the swamp birds and hearing what I can hear when I go there. Just a lovely place. As I said, every day is not going to be the most beautifully cosmetic places that we go, but it is Barbados, and as you all know, we bring Barbados as it is. We don't fabricate or beautify anything. I'm going to tell you as it is, I'm going to show you as it is, and we're not going to try and hide anything from you, because when you come to Barbados, I want you to enjoy Barbados as it's supposed to be enjoyed, and not enjoy Barbados from some kind of imagination or some magazine that shows you something that is really not what it is. You're going to see the raw, honest stuff with me. Alright, I'm going to definitely give you a reverse 360 here. I was, well, actually a forward, because I was going reverse. But I want you to hear the sounds. So I'm going to keep quiet now, and I'm going to give you this 360. I see someone mention here that they We're staying in Wilcox Ridge and we're trying to locate here. If you all want to find anywhere that we go to, you can always send me an IM and I will try and respond to you. Please understand though that it may take a little while because I am pretty busy on the IMs and the Facebook. I've actually, my angel is starting up the Instagram. She's going to be waking that up and she's going to be starting up our own EMC Facebook page as well. So that's something that she's going to be working on, and she will be collaborating with Phyllis and Nancy on the t-shirts and distribution of those. So all that is coming in the near future. I just didn't want you all to think that we'd forgotten you. We're going to be doing some peak caps as well, but one step at a time. We're doing baby things, one day at a time, one step at a time. Just stunning, stunning place. As naturally beautiful as you can imagine anywhere. I know there's some friends of mine who yesterday went out tree hugging and just lying in the forest. So I would like to say good morning to them and tell them I'm so happy that your adventures are taken to beautiful places like that and they are able to connect with everything around you the way you are. Alright folks, this is as peaceful as it gets anywhere. Now Long Beach, I just want to remind you all please, it looks beautiful, it looks great, but please do not come here and lay your towel down unless you have a +4 with you. Alright, bring friends or something if you're going to hang out here for the day. Now this place doesn't look like somewhere you'd want to throw your towel right down now, but later on in the year this is going to all be white sands and you will definitely, most definitely be lured to stay up here. But come and walk the beach by all means, but don't camp out unless you have a few friends with you because it is lots of growth and stuff. We all live in one world. We all know that when you have this kind of surroundings, what could happen. Barbados is not a place that nothing happens in it. It is, susceptible like everywhere else to certain human beings that decide they want life a little bit different than us. And we're not going to judge them. We're going to leave them to be judged on their own. But we're going to say, exercise caution. Don't come up here and lay your towels close up to these bushes unless you're with some friends. But by all means, come and walk the beach, but stay close to the sea as you're doing so. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. I am not trying to make anybody frightened or trying to discourage anyone. I am painting you all a true picture. I am 60 years old. I've been on these beaches, literally strolling these beaches since I was just in my very early teens. And from then on, I've explored and explored. And what advice I'm giving you all is what has kept me safe. Whether it is God that has kept me safe, or God talking to me and giving me some kind of ideas of how to keep myself safe, that is the important part, is that He is there with me all the time. But I have to take care of myself. I just can't walk out in front of a firing squad and expect the bullets not to hit me. So I have to be cautious and I have to be careful. And I would like you all to do the same thing as well. Exercise caution. I want when you come here to Barbados, or when you are a Bajan walking these beaches or anywhere that we go, I want you to do it in comfort. I want you to be aware of what the situation is. So when you come, you will know what you need to exercise. And you will know the caution that you need to take. Because I am not going to bring you to a place of beauty and not tell you the way that I feel and the way that I look at it and the way that I respect it and the way that I am cautious around it. Because that would not be the way the EMC operates. I'm going to let you look at this scenery here and just remind all of ourselves today to live as one. Those that don't want to be happy around you the way that you are, it's not a problem. Walk away from them. It's always easy to make room. It is not the solution to a situation, but it gives you time to think about it and analyze it and respond to it correctly, and not react to it. Because I know for me, for sure, I'm a reactor. I'm like a pressure cooker. I'm just waiting to blow, or I should say, I used to be. I like to use the word used to be now. Just waiting to blow like a pressure cooker. Waiting for anything just to excite me and let me steam off. Not anymore. That's because I take my time. I pray where I need to. I say my serenity prayer. I ask God to guide me and I step back. And always step back and give myself some room to think. And make sure that whatever I do, I'm not going to get up tomorrow morning and say, I wish I had not. Because I don't want to be saying, I wish I had not going forward in my life. I'm sure I will, but it is not what I want to do. Everyone have a peaceful day. Remember, walk the correct path. It doesn't make a difference to me who you follow. You just walk the correct path. You share love, you spread happiness, you spread joy. And remember, hope. Hope for tomorrow. If today is a rough day, just hope and pray that tomorrow will be different. Have a great day, everyone, and all my love from Barbados. We're saying greetings from the rock. and we're telling you goodbye for now. Tomorrow we will see you. Remember, keep an eye out on YouTube for more sounds video later on. And if you're up there and you see something, don't worry, just hit the thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, don't hit the thumbs down. Pretend that doesn't exist. Just pretend it's either a thumbs up or there's nothing. There's no other option. Have a great day, everyone. I love you all. Stay safe. Be peaceful. One love. Enough respect.